credit for other people's work. Don't you think you're being a little harsh?
I think I'm upholding my principles and values, and that is I will always make sure that residents have accurate and open information so they can make an informed decision come election time. And it's not just around election. It's when I was working with the city, when we had to pass on extensive water rate increases because for 4 years there were no changes. We didn't just pass them. We actually put together a whole guidebook. We went around to the different neighborhoods and the assemblies, and we shared with them why we're in this position. And I've consistently made a commitment to that. So, when I say that this executive has constantly taken credit for other people's works, I think there's a long track record. In fact, I created a whole new page on my campaign website because I couldn't keep up with it. The facts about Preston, anyone can go there. And I did something that also reflects my values. I made it very clear that if the administration believes that I've misrepresented any information, she could send a response and a clarification. I will post the response unedited to my webpage so everyone can see. But I constantly used second-party and third-party documentation. Welfare fraud savings. This may sound like she came up with this whole idea herself. It's been going on for about 15 years under 4 administrations. I provided about 8 press releases from the county website going back to 2008. She talked about launching the new jobs training program, which I already shared. She talked about launching a new dental network, this new dental program. That was actually open for about 3 years to all New Yorkers. It was promoted twice by press releases posted on the county website by Democratic County Executive Mark Fiala, and then again by Pat Brennan. And one of the members of my team actually called the group that manages this statewide program and said, was anyone enrolled in Broome County? Can you tell us when? And he said, yeah, February. We take our numbers. Yeah, there were many people enrolled. That was odd because she announced it a few months later. It was the same thing over and over again. And I think this last one is one of the more disturbing, is that there was comment about big press conference up at our landfill. And they touted that they have this new landfill contract with Waste Management that's going to save us $370,000. And in the press release, they say, these are just more of the big, great changes we've made this year. It's all on my website, quoted. The only problem is that the contract was approved 5 months before she took office. And again, meeting minutes of the Board of Contract meeting, where it shows the contract was approved, but it wasn't taking effect until August 2nd of this year. That's just dishonest. You know, my commitment has always been is we need to rebuild trust and confidence between our constituents and our government institutions. We desperately need to do that if we want to revitalize our commitment to democracy and we want to improve the lives of all those in our community. You can't do that by being dishonest. And sometimes it means your leaders got to stand up and tell you stuff that you don't want to hear. But that's the way, again, you strengthen those relationships. And I will always stay committed to my principles and values because it's incredibly important that we rebuild that trust and confidence.